Hello, race fans. Welcome back to Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And tonight we got a special race here at the Daytona International Speedway here with the Underdog Racing League as they kick off their new Xfinity Series here live on Wednesday nights with Freaky Fast Broadcasting as we take on Daytona for their clash. So this is going to be really, really fun. And we'll talk about a little bit of how that's all going to work out here later. Let's give a special shout out to all the sponsors who help make it happen here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting night in and night out. We got a new one up. I'm really proud to say that we got a new sponsorship here and a really great one at that. And this is the McConey Setup Shop, the home for iRacing, your home for iRacing setups in the official setup shop for the Richmond Raceway Esports. They filled the number 46 and 90 in the Coca-Cola iRacing series for Jimmy Mullis and Zach Novak. With everything from Legends to Cup cars, they've got you covered. Dirt setups for late models, modifieds, wing sprints, they're all available as well. Coaching with professional drivers such as eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series champion Zach Novak, his teammate Jimmy Mullis, River Hayes, and also many more are also available. And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but they're your victories. You can head over to their website at www.mcconeysetupshop.com today, where you can use our promo code FFB10 to get 10% off of any setup purchase there at the McConey Setup Shop. Thank you for the McConey Setup Shop coming on board here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. What a great addition up here. Now we got another special shout out to ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience. The ButtKicker Gamer 2 lets you feel every detail, from the subtle footsteps to the rumble of a V10 powered race car, from ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving a physical mass instead of only air, the Gamer 2 provides instant, accurate, powerful base response, and it's all perfectly synced with every game with no additional software required. You can head over to buttkicker.com and you can purchase yourself a Gamer 2 and also many other products there on their website. And you can remember you can use our promo code FreakyFast20 to get 20% off there of any purchase at buttkicker.com. But thank you again to our proud sponsors here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting, as they are definitely a great part of this show, and you guys should go check them out and let them know we sent you there by using those promo codes. Well, now on to the racing action here tonight at the Xfinity Series for the Underdog Racing League here at the Daytona International Speedway. I am Zach Hall up in the booth, and joining us tonight is one of our new broadcasters here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting, his first night, so definitely give him a warm welcome out there, Ryan Twynham. And we also have our producer, Robert Moyer Jr. up here running the cameras. But welcome to the booth here tonight, Ryan, man. Glad to join me up here. And, man, here at the Daytona International Speedway, how do you feel about going into your first broadcast?
Well, I definitely got some butterflies. Thanks for having me, guys. Excited to get my toes wet in this realm of the racing world up in the booth. No stranger to the iRacing platform. I'm glad to put my 2 cents in and watch some good racing and call some good races.
Well, we are glad to have you up here, man. And definitely, like I said out there, chat, give Ryan a warm welcome here to the Freaky Fast family as we kick it off here tonight for the Daytona International Speedway for the clash here at the Underdog Racing League. And now, as these guys are in qualifying for about 10 minutes here, we got about 3 minutes remaining as we had a little bit of audio issues. So we're a little bit late here tonight, guys. So sorry about that. But now we'll go ahead and go over our race format as the clash here tonight. The guys are going to go through the qualifying laps here. An average of 2 lap times is going to set those qualifying times. Also, the fastest qualifier is going to get 5 regular season championship points. So that's going to help for the regular season that we're going to head into next week. The field will also invert after that qualifying session. So the slowest time will start first on pole and fastest car will start last. Then we'll head off into our 3 heat races. We'll call them stages here tonight, since that's more of a NASCAR style thing, but 3 stages, each involving 15 laps. Each of those can have 1 green-white checker. Each stage winner will get 5 regular season points to their championship total, and they get the inversion at the end of that stage. So a lot to play for there. They have 1 quick repair per stage, 1 set of extra tires. Caution laps do not count, but we do have the chance for 20 or yeah, 20 points on the line here tonight in championship points. So guys have a lot of possibility to actually get a heads up on the start of their season. It should be a pretty interesting start, though. And I think we're having a little bit of issues out here on YouTube, as now I believe if anybody out there is having issues, make sure you refresh, because I did have the error I believe everybody's talking about in chat, and I had to refresh, and now it seems fine. So hopefully that's cleared up for everybody out there. Make sure you let us know out there in chat if that clears up for you out there. I know Jake, Zagarak, Gaming there are saying they get the error, so definitely hit that refresh button, see if you can get that back loaded up, as it should be good to go here, as qualifying is nearing the end here with about a minute left. A lot to go down here in these next 15 or 3 stages of 15 laps, Ryan. It should get pretty interesting for those strategies and inversions.
Oh, absolutely. You're gonna, you're gonna see a few different strategies. Are you gonna want to play stage one? You're gonna be starting towards the front, and are you gonna want to fall back and just play for a stage two, starting out front, avoid the chaos? Are you gonna want to, run the front and try to win stage one, start in the back, and maybe just stay out of trouble for stage two, and so you can start in the front in stage three. 15 laps at Daytona seems like a lot, but when you're in that cockpit, it goes quick.
It definitely does there, Ryan. It clicks off very quickly here as we're clicking off the final moments of our qualifying session with about 38 seconds left here. Looks like at the moment, Sean Huffstutler is the driver on provisional pole to bring home that 5 points. And I believe the only other driver not to put a time down is the 53 of Robert Rodier. And at the moment, it's looking like Sean Huffstutler might be in a very good position to bring these 5 points home and then start from the rear of the field. And that's the big thing I think you brought up there, Ryan, is which drivers are going to, who played the strategy here to run a slow qualifying lap, trying to get that track position early, because like you said, 15 laps will kick off here pretty quickly.
Oh, definitely. And, you do get one quick repair per stage, so trouble may not be at the forefront of these drivers' minds, but it's definitely a lot less nerve-wracking if you're in the front of the stage, and a lot less to drive through if something did happen.
That it definitely is, and qualifying has come to an end here, as there we go. The grid will be set with Sean Huffstutler being that pole setter. He's the 5 points winner for that championship points in the qualifying session there. But we have an inverted field, so starting from the first position will be Robert Roder, as we'll bring our grid up here at a moment as we look throughout the field here with get ready to start this first stage of 15 laps here at the Daytona International Speedway. Here is our starting grid. Is Robert Rodier will start the first position. Second's going to go to Parker Johnston. Fourth's going to go to, or third's going to be Cody Dorsett. Fourth's going to be James Loveland. Fifth's going to go to Stephen Light. Sixth's going to go to Jeff Glover. Seventh's going to go to David Buell. Eighth's going to go to Trevor Earhart. Ninth's going to go to Grant Thrope. 10th's going to go to Christopher Heights. 11th's going to go to Dennis Steele. 12th's going to go to Marshall Wilson. 13th's going to go to Peyton Presley. 14th to Justin Stunnard. 15th's going to be Brett Somers. 16th is Justice Murphy. 17th's going to be Dylan Walterman. 18th's going to be Jacob Sharovich. 19th's going to be Jake Williams. 20th's going to be Nick Alves. 21st, Jason Finsler. 22nd, Matt Job. And rounding our field in the final starting position for the 23rd starting spot on that pole position is Sean Huffstutler, as we have the invert, and we're getting ready, looks like, to roll him off of pit road here, as that's the starting grid here tonight, as Freaky Fast Broadcasting getting off to an interesting start here tonight at the Underdog Racing League. But I tell you what, this racing is going to get very interesting, as these Xfinity cars I've seen in practice are going to put on one heck of a show. 3-wide racing all over this place.
Yeah, and it looks like the 53 might be starting from the pits there. And you read through that better than I could have. I know there's a couple of wrenches thrown in there, including the rookie mistake done by me. putting my name in the mix on accident earlier tonight. But yeah, the 53 starting from the pits, everyone else seemed to hit the grid.
As they roll through good there, yeah. Hey man, I tell you, I've done it before too, right? So it's easy to do. I've had my name actually, I believe actually in this same league here at the Underdog Race League for their All-Star race. The same thing happened to me. So I was in the starting grid once too. So it can happen to any of us for sure.
I was just looking to get those bonus points.
Exactly. That's how I was feeling too, man. It's great to see us starting up front here good tonight. But I tell you what, heading down the back straightaway, these drivers need everything they possibly can here to get up front and get them 5 points. It's 5 points or nothing. Second's not going to give you nothing in these stages. It's win or nothing. So I think a lot of risky maneuvers are going to be going. And also, we got to think caution laps won't count if we get cautions. So that's really going to shake stuff up. Also, got to keep in mind these are heat races. So the timing and scoring will be a little bit shook up here with our timing pylon.
Yeah. And not to mention, I don't know if we said it yet, each stage gets one chance at a green-white checkered, if need be. And the pole sitter also gets to pick inside or out. I wasn't sure if you caught that when you were listening to everything going on tonight.
That's a great point there. And I tell you what, now there's the pace car off, and we got the green flag. We're off and away. Parker Johnson going to lead the field to the green at the start, putting down one of the slowest lap times. He's going to start from the invert out front. Was this by strategy as they head down to one? He's got a nice gap now as they slot in behind, too wide from the fourth position on back. Looks like the 61 of Stephen Light there working the top. He's getting a little bit of a push there from the help of David Bowell in the 52 down the back straightaway. That outside line has the momentum, draws even with that front car on the bottom of Parker Johnson. And now they head through 3 and 4. The bottom pulls 4, but let's see what the top does down the straightaway where it prevails. We'll see if this 25 can jump out front.
Oh yeah, that outside line can get going here at Daytona. If you can get a good group of guys up there, they can race back to the line fairly easily and get 1 or 2 cars to pull down in front of the inside line here.
Yes, that's definitely possible here. Is they're going to have to definitely get teamed up, like you said, and get working together if they want to get those runs. Now dead even still down the back straightaway. Stephen Light in the 61 machine with the help of David Bowell. He's going to clear that inside lane. Will David Bowell clear in the 52? He does not. The 61 doesn't pull down. Looks like he wanted to stay with him. Got very close there in the center of 3 and 4.
Yeah, these guys, and that's going to be a thing we're going to see often here is these Xfinity cars are a lot more physical than those Cup cars. You can get a lot closer and push a lot more severe, and makes them fun, makes them real fun.
It definitely does. This is going to be a lot more of an aggressive style race than we've seen lately with the Cup cars where we have the new drafting physics and the bubble that forms between those cars. These cars are going to lock bumpers and go forward in massive runs we're going to see all night. I would not be surprised if we see a 4-wide moment at some point.
No, especially coming down to the stage end where you're coming off forward, knowing second isn't getting you anything. You're not going to want to settle for second if you're going for those points.
That's right. Win or nothing in these stages. You want those 5 championship points that could come back to help you make the playoffs down near the end of the season. We'll have to see if that helps out these drivers. Still dead even up front. Stephen Light, Parker Johnston working those bottom and top lanes as they pull dead even. James Loveland helping Parker Johnston on the bottom.
And, those bonus points are going to be huge for the playoffs if you got Fensler, who was so dominant last year with all those wins and dominating the playoffs. And I believe he clinched the championship with races in hand. So these guys are going to want to fight to get as much of a head start on him as they can because he's sitting in the back of the pack right now.
Yeah, that's definitely a great point. He really excelled at the mile and a half. The tracks that, weren't the wide open racetracks like we see here at Daytona and some of the other intermediate style tracks. So he really seemed to excel somewhere where there was off throttle time. And I tell you what, that kind of bodes, it kind of scares me for the rest of these guys because this Xfinity car has the most off throttle time of any car heading on to the next racetracks. But here tonight, it's all throttle down. as they head through the Daytona International Speedway turn number 1. You can see how close they're getting through the corners. That's the 94 Sean Husteller. Remember, he set down the fastest lap time in the session, and he's trying to work his way up from that starting position as now he's up to 16th, a few cars back up from the back car.
Yeah, with these guys sitting here in this pack like that, these guys that were quick in qualifying and went for those quick 5 points. Now they're stuck in the back, and I mean, unless they want to force it 3 wide, there's nowhere to go really right now. So, I mean, they're pretty much stuck riding until stage 2, and that's where you're going to want to decide: do you want to fall even farther back, get a better start position, or do you want to try to push it and force an issue somewhere down the line here?
And with 10 to go here in this stage, we're nearing the end pretty quickly here. 5 laps already down, so a third of the way through this thing. And these drivers are going to need to get up there if they want the track position at the end of this race. But like you said, they could stay back there, wait to transfer back up here as the invert will happen after this stage. But at some point, I think we're going to see somebody stick it 3 wide and try to go forward.
Yeah, especially those guys in the middle where, they're going to be stuck there, for the second stage too if they don't do something. They're either going to have to try to fall back or try to go forward. Being in the middle isn't going to help anyone here. As we see a nose stick out 3 wide there, about 4th row back.
Oh, and some contact here in the back of the field. That's going to bring out a caution here. First caution of the night. It looks like Dylan Walterman in the 99 and the 23. I believe a Marshall Wilson going around there in the right there out of the tri-oval, and we'll have to go back on the Freaky Fast replay. I believe that might have been a little bit of a checkup bump drafting moment here. As we'll go back on this replay, you'll see up high, you'll see Walterman in the 99 machine getting help from the 5. It looks like a little bit of checkup in front of Walterman, and the bump from the 5 sends the 99 down into Wilson, and Wilson takes the worst of the brunt here, getting shoved down the racetrack. And luckily, not making too much contact with that inside wall. Most of his damage coming from the contact between him and Dylan Walterman.
Yeah, and with there's less than 10 laps to go now. Caution laps do not count. Come down to you. With caution laps not counting, there's 8 to go. It's going to be that's a tough call if you want to use that quick repair now, or do you want to? I don't know. Tough call. I'd say use it and just play safe. Try to get towards the front or stay in the back for stage 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategy that could be played out here. And the other big possibility here we can see, I mean, a lot of guys, I don't know if they'll think about this and utilize this, but the way this works with no caution laps being counted here, as soon as that yellow comes out, your position is set because you're on that lap. You can actually go down pit road during this caution laps and sit there the whole time, let the field lap you, and you will not go a lap down because the laps are not counting. So you have a lot of time actually to get these cars repaired, so you could possibly save that fast repair because with 9 to go here, we get restarted with caution laps not counting. I mean, we already had a caution 6 laps into this thing. It's a possibility of another one happening pretty quickly, so you could have a fast repair in your back pocket here for later.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if I was in these guys' shoes, say I was Williams in that wreck, it looked like he took a big shot to that front right. I might come get the quick repair, depending on how much damage I have, or just fix it and sit out there, like you said, sit there, fix it, not go a lap down, and wait for the big one to happen, and maybe you can steal some positions here and have a running for the last lap.
Definitely going to be an interesting call for a lot of these drivers. The drivers up front right now are holding position. And as we are under caution here, we're gonna turn the scoring pylon off because due to these heats and the caution laps not counting, it really throws our timing and scoring off of our software. It just doesn't like the not scoring of laps. It kind of loses track of where everything's at, and it has the cars still out there, but it just makes everything pretty wild. So we're going to take that off the screen for a moment to relieve your eyes out there so you don't have to watch that going back and forth. But we're still under caution at the moment. And, man, it's going to get interesting because is this going to be a common theme we're going to see throughout the rest of the stages? Does it get wild near the end, or does it get wild earlier and earlier in each stage? I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how the ebb and flow of each stage is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And as you know, although the scoring is helping me out get to know these drivers' names and whatnot. I'll be mispronouncing a few names for the first few weeks, I'm sure. And I might be calling them by numbers first before figuring out their names. Um, so with the scoring not showing up right now, I'm just going to be 48, 25, 56, and excuse me, fellas, while I get to learn your name. But I'm going to call you guys by your card numbers to start out.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting time learning names, and it's one of the interesting parts of the leagues, especially some of the names that some drivers have are very tough, and it's one thing I like to get right. And like we always say up here in the booth, if we're saying your name wrong or anything like that, make sure you correct us. It's not going to hurt our feelings if we're wrong, and we'd like to get your name right so you can feel good about that. So definitely a cool thing to see as we get double file back up, get ready to go back to racing action. We already seen a wreck happen there near the back of the field, so it wasn't much aggression happening. It was somewhat of a checkup and a bump gone wrong. I think the aggression level is going to pick up here, though.
Oh yeah, we're going to be coming to green with 7 to go, and that's about. I mean, it's still maybe a lap or two early. I like to start making my way from the rear to the front with 5 to go. So we're going to start seeing things amp up rather quickly here now.
That we will. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in here tonight on YouTube here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. It's been a pleasure to call the race up here so far for the opening race of the Xfinity Series here at the Underdog Racing League. I cannot wait to get into the nitty gritty of the schedule. They have a lot of cool racetracks on the schedule, a lot of great road courses, short tracks, just a wide variety, and you definitely do not want to miss out here on Wednesday nights here live on Freaky Fast Broadcasting at 8:30 Eastern. It's going to be a blast throughout the whole entire season. But we're about to go back green flag racing here as the pace car is going to take the left-hand turn down the pit road. Parker Johnston, the control car. He's going to lead us back to green. Great restart from him on the bottom with James Lovell with the help of bottom lane. First 4 cars, really great restart, but there on back, it's a huge checkup. Could we see the outside with the momentum down here into 1 and 2?
Yeah, we're riding along here with, I believe it's Cody Dorsey. I have had the pleasure of racing with him in another league on Sunday morning. He's sitting here on the inside line, trying to get that inside line some help. And you see that outside line starting to come together now on that outside here down the back.
What a run out of 2 here. Stephen Light going to clear, but again, not electing to cool down, staying with David Boyle. His team, I don't know if they're teammates actually, but it seems to be teammates tonight here in Daytona as they're sticking together trying to get his pusher up front with him. And that's a good thing to do. Form relationships out there. Even if you're not a teammate, you can get a friend out there that will stick with you through the thick and thin. That's going to be your best thing tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And there are, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I read something about they do have team points, team standings in this league as well, do they not?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
I believe they're starting this season too. So.
Okay, so yeah, so there's going to be some teamwork coming, this season, and I'm excited to see how that unfolds. It'll be the first time I've gotten to witness some team racing and team points being counted.
Yeah, it definitely will be fun to watch. Something we didn't have last season either here in the Underdog Racing League. So I'm excited to see how the team points shake up. It adds a whole new fold of what goes on out there. It's bigger than just one driver and his season. It's about a whole team and how they build it up. So it'll be fun to watch that. But again, we're seeing Stephen Light on the outside doing a very good job with David Boyle getting the run here. But Parker Johnson in the 48 with James Lovell in there on the bottom. They're doing a great job on the bottom. So it's been really somewhat of a traffic jam up front as the front 2 cars have been dead even through these first really 10 laps of this race.
Yeah, it's going to take something big on the outside. I think someone's going to have to get that third lane going if they want to go from the middle of the back, because it looks like these front 3-4 rows, they're content with just riding until that final lap. And with these Xfinity cars, you can get one heck of a run off 4, and even down the backstretch. You can make that pass from the 4th row on the outside with the right help.
It's all about the help here at Daytona. And with 5 to go, you're going to need the most help possible here to get to the lead. David Buell trying to help Stephen Light up top with Parker Johnson on the bottom with James Loveland. The outside line surging down the back straightaway came Buell. And look at this. There goes to the inside. The first move 3 wide. This is the one to get a steal. He makes it happen.
Is he going to get help, though? He needs some help. They're going to hang the 20.
Buell. Yeah. The 25 getting hung out here. Buell going to drop down into that middle lane, and that's going to shuffle everything up. They opened up the inside. Dennis still took it, and now look at this. The outside line deteriorating. We'll have to see if they can get something formulated back here with 4 to go. Look at this. More cars jumping up. It starts to get really racy here now.
Yep, and that's what I was saying. With about 5 to go, that's when you're going to see people start to push now.
You can see all 3 wide racing near the back of the field here. Brett Somers, the 7 car, in the middle of this with a 4 of Jeff Glover on the bottom. Man, oh man, here it is 3x3x3 there as they head down the back straightaway with 4 to go. This can only end one way. If these guys can make it to that checker flag, this will be amazing.
Oh, absolutely. And that's a 1 Hornet's nest. And the 25 on the high side there, I noticed there's 2 25s out on the track right now. The 25 on the high side, I believe, is light in the 61, but on the broadcast it's showing it to 25.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and the wreck of there. Huff Stutler in the 94. The 11 goes around, but I think we're going to stay green here as Huff Stutler's going to hold it on the bottom.
He's going to try.
He does. Oh, man, almost lost it getting back into the making transition. And he gets it back going. We're going to stay green, though, as up front here, looks like Parker Johnson still holding on to it with James Loveland's help, but Dennis still pushing the 25 of Trevor Earhart, who's now the leading car on the outside line. It's getting wild.
Oh, it's definitely getting wild, and that's unfortunate for the 11 going spinning through the infield, but iRacing will not throw a caution if the wreck stays on the apron for those wondering at home. Oh, there's another one.
Big wreck here down the front straightaway, and it stays on that apron and down onto pit road. This is not going to bring out a yellow. We're going to stay green with 2 to go. Parker Johnston out front with James Loveland. Can the outside formulate something? They're starting to deteriorate, giving up on each other. Big runs coming from the back.
Yeah, I thought that outside line was going to get going, and then the 33 dipped low. And look at this. He's going to come right up to the 56 bumper right here. He's going to help that. He's going to hope to get clear, and I wouldn't be surprised if coming up forward he tries to jump to that high line.
Here comes Brett Somers with the help of the 53 of Robert Roger. He started from pit road. What a drive for him to get up here after that caution. He came up here with the field. He's jumping out 3 wide.
Yeah, there he goes. He's going to hang the 7 in the middle, and that might help someone 3rd or 4th in line. Oh, there goes.
The 7 of Brett Somers goes around. This is the white flag, so no caution. We're going to stay green. The battle up front, though, Johnston has it. When does Loveland make his move is the question here coming out of 2. It's the final lap, and here comes Trevor Earhart on the top of the 25. Big run from the outside.
Huge run, and then look at this. You got Light, who got shuffled out a few laps ago. He's back up in the mix, 3rd in line on the inside.
It's checkers or wreckers here. Nothing matters other than that first position. 2nd doesn't matter. Here they come off of 4. Who's going to have it? Johnston looks like he has it, but Earhart with the run. Who's going to take it at the line? It looks like Earhart. Trevor Earhart in the 25 wins by 0.03 of a second here in stage number 1, taking home the 5 bonus points for that victory, and he did it in a last lap pass. Man, oh man, Ryan, that couldn't have got any better right there and any more wild. Stage 2 and 3 can only get better.
What a finish. What a finish for stage 1. And, you know, first thing that came to mind after that finish and that amazing wreck was those guys that wrecked a few laps prior to that and got, you know, shuffled out and didn't have the luck of the caution come out. They're going to be starting front 2 rows here coming stage 2.
That's exactly right. You cannot get down on finishing near the end of this field here. And stage 1 is now it's already going to switch over here to our next grid. And Ryan, you're on pole again here tonight. You just know how to put that thing on the top board. I tell you what, so congrats on that, man. And so we'll go ahead and bring up our actually, I believe we might not be able to have a starting grid since this isn't a starting grid. Um, well, it won't show as a graphic. I will go through it though, ladies and gentlemen. So Peyton Presley's going to start from that pole position as he finished dead last. Our producer messes with but Peyton Presley started from that first position. Cody Dorsett is going to start second. It's going to be third for Dennis Steele. Fourth is going to be David Buell. Fifth is going to go to Grant Thrope. Sixth is going to be Brett Somers. Seventh is going to be Marshall Wilson. Eighth is going to go to Sean Huffstetler. Ninth is going to be Dylan Walterman. 10th is going to be Jake Williams. 11th is going to be Jason Finsler after a quiet first stage. 12th is going to go to Nick Alves. 13th is going to go to Justin Stunnard. 14th is going to be Jacob Serovich. 15th is going to be Jeff Clover. 16th is going to be Christopher Height. 17th is going to be Robert Rodier. 18th is going to be Justice Murphy. 19th, Stephen Light. 20th is going to be Matt Jobe. 21st, James Loveland. 22nd, Parker Johnston. And your winner for stage 1 is going to start 23rd, Trevor Earhart, as he's going to try to go get some more bonus points. So right now at the moment, Sean Huffstetler with 5, Trevor Earhart with 5. It's two separate drivers right now getting the points. Let's see if someone else can get these points here in this next stage.
Yeah, and we're going to look here. The 84 was towards the front for some of that first stage, along with the one car. Unfortunate events for them, but a few new faces up front now that we start stage 2. I think the reigning champion might be close to that. Is he got a piece of that last wreck coming to the white line?
Yeah, he definitely caught a little bit of that, but Peyton Presley, they're going to start in the outside lane, and Cody Dorsey going to start on that bottom lane. 84, though, like you said, he was very strong in that first stage, was up front running there, got caught up in an incident there near the end, and got shuffled back. Now he's going to start back up front due to the invert.
Yep, I believe it was the 84, the 52, the 77, and the 1 were the ones we saw spinning down pit road there, coming with a lap or 2 to go, and we saw what happened to the 11 a lap prior to that. Yes, Cody. I know Cody from our Sunday morning league. I've raced with him a few times. I had a few encounters with him on the track. All nothing bad, all good.
As we head back green, Cody Dorsey going to lead this lap here to start off stage number 2, lap number 1, with Peyton Presley up top in the 11. Dennis Steele also one of the drivers making a pretty aggressive move. Same with the 52. So we got some drivers up here, like you said, got caught up in that incident going down pit road there near the end. Now up front, after they battled up front majority of that first stage, they're going to be trying to get their 5 bonus points. Here goes David Boyle to the outside of Cody Dorsey. Looks like the 7, Brett Somers giving a great push there. Also got the pole setter, Sean Huffstetler. Could he be the first driver to stack points there to get 10? He's going to look to be taking the 3rd position as he rolls up beside the 52 of David Boyle off of 4 here. What a run. Can Huffstetler get himself up into position?
Yeah, he's sitting pretty nice. He had a one heck of a save there, but I think he ended up losing the draft on that save when the 11 went through the infield. So he's setting himself up nice for stage 2 here.
That he is. Brett Somers there tight on the door of the 52 of David Boyle. We're also seeing Jake Williams in that 29. He's up to 6 from that 11th starting position here. And that's a great gain for him already. Dennis Steele there. Nick Alves also making an appearance up here in the top 10 now. Grant Thrope up to 9th, and Jacob Serovich up to 10th.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the 23 making it 3 wide early here, going up the middle with the 99, who was caught up in our first wreck of the night. But some guys trying to take it a little more aggressively here early as compared to stage 1.
Very aggressive here early to start the stage, like you said. And I think drivers noticed, we rode around for a while and they got caught up in it. And it's a big wreck.
It's a big one.
Oh, man, it's a parking lot here at the Daytona International Speedway. Multiple cars involved, flipping. That's a lot of fast repairs going to be used. And I tell you what, that's going to be freaky fast replay full of carnage.
Yeah, and they're gonna want some freaky fast repairs too after that one. Holy cow!
Yeah, that's a good thing, and it all started up front with Brett Somers in the 7. Just getting a little bit of a push from David Boyle in the 52. Here you're going to catch the start of it all there as the 7 gets sent hard straight into the wall, collecting him in the 52, and really only 2 cars making out ahead of that, Sean Husteller and Cody Dorsey. So the rest of the field having to navigate through this and unsure if
Yeah,
anybody really made it through that cleanly.
yeah, and I see our stage 1 winner right there sliding down the track onto the apron. He was caught up in that along with everyone else. You see the 52 on his lid. Boy, that's a big one there.
Yeah, it definitely was. It looks like 3 cars that's going to turn out to be not involved in that. Grant Thrope was the other driver in the 77 to make it through. He comes to pretty much a complete stop as the wreck happened in front of him. But man, that is a gigantic wreck here to start stage number 2. And a lot of cars hurt here as they'll be looking to bring them back down here to pit road to get work done on them. And they do have, like we brought up before, they do have the 1 fast repair, and a lot of guys going to have to definitely be using that. I wonder if that changes up the aggression level here and pushes that farther back into the stage.
Yeah, and I was just gonna bring that up too. Now that all these guys are using it early, it may change the aspect of this stage. You got the 3 guys in front now. You know, if they get shuffled back, they're gonna be a little more aggressive, knowing that they've got a fast repair and 95% of this field doesn't. And it's gonna be interesting to see how these guys drive more conservative using that fast repair, and how more aggressive these guys that still have one are gonna push, knowing that these other guys can't be as aggressive.
Oh, that's one of the things about fast repairs that is the beauty of. I mean, these guys out here definitely not using that fast repair for sure. While most, I'd say 95% of the field here doing it. So it's in their back pocket where they have a joker and a lifeline still there. So if anything happens, like you said, they could be aggressive. Anything happens, they're gonna know that they have a clean car waiting on the other side. The drivers behind them though that just came down pit road and got that fast fix, they don't have much hope back in the pack trying to make it through what we just seen. I mean, it's so stacked up that wrecks happen so quick, and you can't see nothing. You're kind of along for the ride in these wrecks a lot of times.
Oh yeah, especially at these super speedways. You know, you're in a pack. It You want to be on the outside. You love being on the outside, but that wreck happens, and that's where the wreck's going. It's going up to the wall and back down the track, and you're just, like you said, along for the ride, and just hold the wheel and close your eyes.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly that hold the wheel, close your eyes type of moment here at Daytona for a lot of drivers there down in that corner. As man, calamity happened here down in 1 and 2 to bring out the first caution of this stage, and stage number 2 for Cody Dorsey out front. He's liking everything. So is Sean Husteller. He made it through there clean. Nick Alves also, sorry about that. He made it through somewhat clean. I know that Robert Rodier, he caught a little bit of damage on the right front, and also Grant Thrope making it through it completely clean. So that's going to make it looks like 4 cars making it through that somewhat clean with a little bit of damage on the 53 car. So that's amazing for how big that wreck was that those guys made it through.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that early in the run with the guys in the back being aggressive, you know, some of those guys that started in the back had to have the mindset of, I was so close to winning stage 1, didn't get the points. I need to push for stage 2. I got ground to make up. You know, maybe you got the 25. He won stage 1. He's trying to stack points, so he's trying to push his way through, and just everyone was on top of each other that early in the run, and there's just nothing you can do. You got guys pushing harder than they would on a normal race, and that was the result.
That it definitely was. And it's also it gets interesting in the middle part of the pack. I mean, if you're a driver in the middle portion of the pack, I'm personally either wanting to drop backwards or try to go forwards to get stage points, because if you're in that middle, you could get in jeopardy of starting pretty much where you finish this stage if you're directly in the middle of this pack. So you got to think about that. So I think a lot of guys from that middle are going to be willing to risk it here, especially with already a caution or a fast repair used up. They really ain't got nothing to lose now here in stage 2, and if they wreck out here early, they know they'll be starting up front for stage 3.
Well, they won't be starting in the front. You still got my car out there, but they'll be starting second.
That's very true, Ryan. Looks like the lights just clicked on here at the Daytona International Speedway here, as is turning from sunset to nighttime here at the Daytona International Speedway, as we're looking to go back green flag racing. Pace car is in this time. Cody Dorsey going to lead us to green. Green flag's out and away. Dorsey with a good start. Huffstetter up top, though, is going to be able to get to the quarter panel here. Let's see how it all plays out here down in the 1. Alves, though, on the back bumper. Dorsey looks like he's got the help. Can that 53 help that 94, though?
Yeah, I was going to say, I wasn't too sure, but I thought the 94 might have just squeaked through there under that, in that wreck. And here he is starting second. He has a chance to, really good chance to stack those points now. I don't think he used a fast repair on that caution.
Yeah, he did not. He was one of the 4 to make it through there. As he drops down to that bottom lane, he now has control of this race. Going to be coming to 11 to go here in stage number 2. Sean Huffstetter, our pole winner, 5 points already in the bag. Can he get another 5 and make it 10? That would be a great start to his season. But right now, the 53 Robert Rodier challenging that.
Yeah, and I noticed this in stage 1. You got Light there in the, we call it the 61/25. He was doing a heck of a job pushing in stage 1, and he was up in the front there. And although 94 is sitting pretty, unless that 84 gets to that back bumper, that 25 can easily shove that 53 around.
Yeah, and you're already seeing right there that 61 of Steven Light. He is just shoving the 53 down the back straightaway. Robert looked like he was going to make a move, decided better of it, drops back to the middle lane. And that's going to drop them back a little bit here, but I believe the run here off of 4 is going to be pretty mega with how on the back bumper Steven Light is right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Cody looks like he's getting up there a little bit now, and he's not getting much help from that 3rd car in line, the 24 car there of Alves. But they're doing enough to keep the 25 back, or 53 back there with the 61. You see our champion up there is 4th in line. We'll see if he can start helping out that high line there.
Well, to see if the 5 of Finsler can break through here and get up through the pack. But at the moment, Cody Dorsey doing a great job of pushing Sean Huffstetter here through 3 and 4. And what a drive for him. Dorsey,
yeah, he must have been listening to us here.
yeah, definitely stepped on that loud pedal to get that 94 out front as the top lane seemed to be coming. But right now, that bottom lane looking strong. But we've seen that top lane, it keeps coming back and coming back. The biggest issue I think maybe the top lane's having is that 53. He's got a little bit of damage on that right front. And damage here is all right in the track. But when you're leading the pack, that's going to be a lot of extra aero drag and not going to help that line push forward.
Yeah, in a normal race, you might be saying, "Hey, buddy, let's swap positions. Let's get this outside lane going." But hey, first is the only one that matters here, so he might not be all right with that.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he will be. Oh man, Dorsey, he took the look to the middle there, possibly thinking to jump up in front of that 53, and with that, it lost the run on the 94 there. And oh no, I believe he had a race car blow up here. I think Steven Light just grenaded the engine there on that outside lane, pushing too hard. And man, oh man. That was the 61 of Steven Light. As it's the 25 on his car, but the 61 in sim. And man, oh man, to bring out the second caution of that
big
stage.
one.
Yeah, that involved a lot of cars. And thing is, a lot of guys already using their fast repairs. We're not going to have too many cars back out here for this next restart. And it looks like Huffstetter is going to hold on to that lead. Dorsey there in second. Robert Roeder in that 3rd position. Nick Alves going to cross the line at 4th as Steven Light in that 61 engine letting go in that top lane. And man, it was calamity from there, and multiple cars involved. Jason Fitzler to 77. I mean, it got really, really bad there as we go back on our freaky fast replay to see exactly how it all happened. You'll actually see when the smoke let go in that car. That was when the engine expired, and that was just due to overheating. Maybe he lost track of his gauges, got stuck in that outside lane trying to cool it down. It's easy to over push it, and you can see he blew it up, and then from there, it's almost impossible to stop, not to run into him. Jake Williams tried, but just couldn't get it slowed down. And then from there, it's going to be calamity again. Another big one here. How many more of those will we see? There's a possibility for a couple more for sure.
Oh yeah, and that is for sure. That's the third one he's been a part of. The first one in stage one, and he was part of that first one in stage two, and now this one. You know, and I was going to bring that up too when I saw Cody Kai. I was about to mention it, and I was about a half turn too late. But I was going to say I haven't seen that 25 dip out at all for clean air, and I think that's what Cody Dorsey was doing. He was just wanting to stick out, get some air under his nose, and then lo and behold, the 25 blow or 61 blows up right in front of us.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, I really it didn't really cross my mind thinking about that, about the how much you gotta cool these cars down to keep them pushing like that. And it's easy to do. We just seen the major mistake, and when it happens out front, that's when you have major incidents like that. And that is just unfortunate for a lot of guys, especially behind. You know, no time to react. I mean, there's multiple cars on pit road without front ends right here. I think at least 8 cars taken out in that wreck for this stage.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a small field, and now we're going to see some good pushing here, and you know you got a handful of the guys up front that still have their fast repair, and you got the guys in back that are like, hey, you know what? Field's a lot smaller now. We're going to have a great chance to push for a victory here if we work together.
It's all going to come down to teamwork and finding your running mate here to be able to get you up there. But on that last lap, it's going to be one of those times where you got to cut ties and defend your position if you want to hold on to it. So, going to get interesting. Got to have that help, but the help can also beat you there at the end. You got to keep that help in the back of your mind as maybe your top competition coming down to that white flag.
Yeah, absolutely. And because it's funny. I'm trying to think in my head. We went green with 12 to go, and you can go if you're glued to someone's bumper. In the Xfinity cars, you can go 3-4 laps on their bumper before you really got to dip out. And, here we are, 8 to go, and that 20 or excuse me 61 light. He was glued to that bumper trying to get that to go, and maybe he was thinking, you know, it's ride or die. I'm going to shove you to the front. We're going to battle for this, or worst case scenario, I blow up and I'm going to start towards the front in stage 3.
That's also the truth there too. I mean, if you in this stage here, like the 61 did there, it's definitely going to help your starting position for there in that final stage. And right now, nobody going a lap down because of the way the lap's not counting. So once we get back going green, you should see a few guys who are a lap down. But man, Huffstetter going to have the lead here as we double file him back up. Cody Dorsey on the outside, Robert Roeder on the outside. Or, I believe Robert Roeder actually pit. Yes, he did, to get a little bit of damage repair, I believe, on that 53. As Alves will be up to third. And I believe Matt Job. Yeah, Matt Job in the 89 making an appearance up here in fourth. So good for him to get up there. And Dennis Steele also. So a lot of drivers coming into the picture here late in this stage.
Absolutely, and one to keep an eye on is that 48 sitting there. I believe it's the 4th row on the inside. He was behind that second wreck, and I think he got woed up in time to miss it completely. So he's going to have a car to contend with here. I'm actually kind of surprised to see this many cars out there, because with this format and the inverting of the field, why ride around with damage and try to pick up a few positions when you know you can't win? Why not park it and start towards the front in stage 3?
That's a very interesting strategy they could play, and a few drivers not electing to do that. It's definitely got my head scratching too. But pace car is in. We're back green flag racing here. as Huffstetler's going to lead us across the line to start this lap. Nick Alves there is his help on the bottom. Looks like the top lane not getting going. Definitely less cars than we had before, so we're going to see a little bit more of a different drafting style, but it's still going to be very wild. I can only expect us still to get through like
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think we still have a good 6, 7, maybe 8 cars that can win this stage here. So we're going to see what happens. And there's that 48 moving up already into the top 40. He's going to peek outside. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think there's room there.
Yeah, he decided better of it. That could have ended in a disaster here. But Johnston going to hold on to the bottom lane here as he works into the picture. Remember, he just got beat by the 25 of Trevor Earhart in that last stage. And now trying to go back and win this stage. Also, you got Earhart in the 25. He's also in the 8th position, 1 car behind him in the bottom lane. He's got a lot of damage, but if something happens, you never know. You could limp to the win here.
Oh, absolutely. And we're going to see this outside line try to get going here with Cody Dorsey now in front after the 24 dipped down low. And look at Hallstetter, really wants to stack those points. He's fighting. Man. They're going to be 3 wide. Here we go.
3 wide. Here comes Steven Light at 25. Remember, he didn't get involved in that last wreck, so he had a fast repair. So he gets back on the racetrack. Oh, and he gets into the 84 Cody Dorsey. And that's going to not bring out a yellow yet, but we're going to be looking for that yellow at some point. Doesn't look like it's going to come out here as we stay green. Man,
wow, that's a surprise to me.
Yeah, definitely a huge surprise for me. Also, that was a major wreck there. This is going to separate the pack into little packs here. And I tell you what, this 3-car breakaway, Huffstetler, Alves, and Rodier, they are pretty much set to battle each other if this thing stays green.
Yeah, and you know who that really stings for is the 84 Cody Dorsey, because he was not involved in a wreck yet. He's been up front, so he has a fast repair he can use. So he's really crying for a caution right now. I could not believe that didn't come out.
Very surprising events here at the Daytona International Speedway. With 5 to go, coming the 4 to go this time by. A lot of cars damaged in that wreck. Definitely Dorsey one looking for a caution there, as he definitely still has that fast repair. Will come by the 4 to go here. Steven Light there in that 4th position. He's not going to have no chance to get back up to him with no help, but Dennis still there. It's going to be a 3-man battle if this stays green.
Yeah, I'm interested in wondering if any of these 3 or 2 of the 3 are teammates here, and seeing how they play it out, especially if the 94 has a teammate here. And maybe they work to get the odd man out, and then Huffstetler decides to even up the points with his teammate, or he wants to stack them and be a little selfish. So I'm curious on how the teammates, or if there are teammates in these top 3.
Very true. It's something we'll have to find out through the rest of the season. Team racing is definitely new. Coming out of 4 this time, 3 to go for our leaders. Oh, look at this. The 53 makes a bold move there to get himself up to second. Robert Roeder. He's to the back bumper of Sean Huffstetler. What a drive for him up to the second position. A little bit of damage on that right front. Will Alves go with him, or does he stick with the 94? That's going to be the question. It's going to be the 3rd car that decides a big fate in this race.
Absolutely, and I'm kind of shocked he got such an easy pass. But then again, this is Xfinity. You get a run by yourself in these things. You know, I just got my most recent super speedway experiences with the Cup car on Sunday, and we don't get runs like that in the cars. So I was kind of caught off guard that he got that pass so easy, and then had to remind myself that these are Xfinity.
Yeah, definitely giant runs we're seeing here tonight. You can see all over the back bumpers the 53. Robert Roeder, 2 to go. He has Nick Alves and Tony. I tell you what, Steven Light behind him, he's running quicker. He's got it down to 1.3 seconds. Somehow able to grasp onto the draft, and he is clawing his way towards these guys. I don't think he'll have enough time as we take in the white flag, but man, if they have an incident and get checked up a little bit, he'll be there.
Yeah, if he gets that time within 1 second, especially on the front stretch here, he's going to be set up perfectly to really reel in that 1 second just in time to have one heck of a run coming to the white flag or checkered flag. And look at this, he is.
There he is, yeah, under that second mark.
Yep, and
Wow.
watch this now. Watch this thing. Just watch his gap just shrink now that he's in a second. Within a second.
It's going to be a mega run here. If Alves can time this, which driver uses this run? Because he's going to get there. You can see it. It's slowly getting there, but it's going to happen as he's going down the back straightaway. Only 4 car lengths separating the top 3 to Stephen Light. He's got a gigantic run here coming to the white.
And all this is telling me is Huffstutler must have some kind of damage there. And here comes the 24. He's going to peak high. 53 is going to block him. And look at Light go to the inside. He's not even going to need help. He's coming out so hard.
Oh, contact. But Huffstutler, he brings it home. Second bonus points checked off for him tonight. That's 10 points in the bank for the 94. Didn't get a win in the Truck Series last season. Was a contender all the way throughout the whole entire season. And I tell you what, those 10 bonus points are going to go very nicely for him, that 94 machine.
That was such a run by Light. He really had nowhere to go, and that was one of those things where he was going to either run over Huffstutler or he was going to, I mean, he went high and he wrecked the 3 guys, but, you know, what's he going to do? Go low, go between the line, or, you know, go below the double yellow, and then he's a bad guy for going below the double yellow. So he really had nowhere to go there. He could have checked up if it was a normal race, but hey, if you ain't first, you're last in this one.
That's exactly right. Second place doesn't matter. I mean, even the guys who finished 3rd, 4th there, I mean, going from 2nd to 3rd, not going to change your points results. So definitely shouldn't take that one too hard on the chin there. That was just checkers or records, as we'd like to say. But now we head off to stage 3. Looks like we have a 5-minute warm-up here, too, for the drivers. So they'll be able to get out here on the racetrack and run a few laps to get warmed up. And as we do that, we'll go through our grid, and then we will head to a commercial break after we run through our stage 3 grid here, unless... Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. That's a confusion for me. It's our grid will not work again, so I'll go through the grid manually here and let you all know. First place is going to go to Dylan Walterman. Second is going to go to Jacob Sarovich. Third is going to be Jeff Glover. Fourth is going to be Jake Williams. Fifth is going to be David Bowell. Sixth is going to be Jason Finsler. Seventh, Peyton Presley. Eighth is going to go to Cody Dorsey. Ninth, Grant Thrope. 10th is going to go to Justin Stunner. 11th is going to be James Loveland. 12th, Matt Job. 13th, going to go to Brett Somers. 14th is going to be Marshall Wilson. 15th, Dennis Steele. 16th is going to be Parker Johnson. 17th is going to be Trevor Earhart. 18th is going to go to Justice Murphy. 19th is going to be Christopher Heights. 20th is going to be Robert Rodier. 21st is going to be Nick Alves. 22nd, Stephen Light. And rounding out your field in the 23rd position will be Sean Huffstutler. And that's your starting grid for stage number 3. These drivers got about a 3 or 4 minute warm up here left. We will head to a quick commercial break here, and we'll be back in a few moments as we get ready to start stage 3 here to close out tonight's clash here at the Underdog Racing League. All right, we're back here, everybody, from our commercial break, and we're ready for stage number 3 here tonight for the Underdog Racing League Clash here at the Daytona International Raceway to start. I tell you what, under the lights here now, fully, the night sky looking beautiful. It's about to get even more wild here as we've seen gigantic wrecks in that stage 2. Do we see something bigger, or do we see a different change stage 3, Ryan? I think there's a lot of possibilities still here.
Yeah, getting wrecked the way those big wrecks happen in stage 2, maybe some frustration, guys. Guys' plans went out the window, I'm sure. Stage 1, they're going to lay back, start towards the front, and then you have that wreck happen in the front, and they're wrecked out. Now they got to get their fast repairs, and then that second wreck happens. Now they're like, well, shoot, I planned on having at least 5 points by this stage, looking for 10. And now they're like, we got 5 points left. It's got to be first, or we're putting it on the hauler.
It's going to be interesting to see which drivers play it differently here. Do they take the risk back up here a little bit, knowing something might happen here pretty quickly? But if you back up here and you don't catch up by the end, you don't have no shot at anything. It's such a catch-22. You got to pick the right decision. And the driver that does will come out of here with 5 extra bonus points. It's going to be fun to watch on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Again, thank you, everybody, for tuning in here. Make sure if you haven't yet, please hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell button to let you know when we go live each and every night here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And also a shout out to iRacing Live for providing us this platform. It's very great to be on, and Freaky Fast Broadcasting is very pleased to be part of the family there. So definitely a fun time. Thank you all again for tuning in. Let's get this started as the pace car is going to near the entrance to pit road. Dylan Walterman going to be on the outside.
Green.
Green flag in the air. Jacob Sarovich on the bottom in the 3. Walterman going to lead across the line on the outside. Does he jump down? Yes, he does. As he jumps down to the bottom, leading there. This is going to be interesting. A lot of guys up front here who we've not seen it before. Jeff Glover also up here. Jason Finzer making an appearance in the top 6. This could get interesting here in this stage with 15 to go.
Yeah, and it's good to see that 99 in one piece after a rough first couple stages. You got the champion who's been in a couple wrecks himself up there, and a couple of new faces we haven't really seen.
New faces looking to do something here in stage number 3. Look at David Boyle. He's not a new face. He's been up here battling the whole entire race. It's getting dicey, and they're wrecking back here. Steven Lighton, the 25, or I'm sorry, the 61 involved, but no caution. This is going to slow the field down here, separate it up a little bit. We can see somewhat of a strung out stage here and a green stage. Let's see how this plays out with 14 to go now. Drivers up front, though, starting to dice with Walterman still out front of that Freaky Fast broadcasting machine.
Yeah, wouldn't it be something for a Freaky Fast victory in stage 3? That'd be great. And we got what it looks like Steele in the 1 cars just barely might be able to catch this group, but we got a 9-car breakaway here, and more bad luck for Cody Dorsey. I saw he went through the infield there on that wreck, and another wreck involving him that doesn't bring out the caution.
Man, it's just when it's not your night, it's not your night. And Daytona is a tough place to have a great night. It's so hard to get away from trouble, and when trouble happens and you don't get that caution, that's when it can be even more frustrating. And I know the pain there for Cody Dorsey. You never know. We could get a caution. He could be right back in this thing. Everybody still has a fast repair in this stage. But right at the moment, the 4 is out front of Jeff Glover.
Yeah, you just don't have, I don't know, there's just nothing happening on that inside line. There's no cooperation, I guess you could call it. And there goes the 4 getting turned in the infield. That's not going to bring out a caution, I don't believe either.
No, it's not. He's down there in the grass, and Walterman there looking to the inside on a little ambitious move there from the 99 that sends the 4 off his nose. And man, oh man, racing for the lead. You said the inside wasn't very organized, and that just showed they weren't organized. It was a little bit of a calamity there. Now it's David Boyle. He's going to take the lead here with 12 to go. The front pack here looking like a 13-car breakaway. Can they keep it green? That's going to be the question.
Yeah, with them not getting organized on the inside there, that got those 3 cars back up there. So we're going to get a little pack here getting formed up, and we'll see what goes on with this high line. If they can stay strong like they are now, it's going to be tough to beat them.
Oh, man, possibly the first time of many times we're saying this season. Jason Fensler to the outside, taking the lead here through 3 and 4. Looks like Boel going to fight back on the bottom. Can Fensler have the run off the top here to lead this lap? Fensler looking to go back-to-back with championships here in 2 different vehicles. That would be some type of feat here as he leads this lap with 11 to go. Fensler starting to make his name known. Can he get 5 bonus points and take back what these drivers are trying to do on him?
Oh yeah, did I don't think the reckon's over yet. I know 100% sure it's going to get more aggressive here because there's no one racing for points tonight. This is all for the money.
All for the money, man. Look at the push from the 33 there. I mean, Justin Stunnard is just pushing Jason Fensler down the back straightaway there. Wasn't enough, though, for Fensler to get down in front. Now racing off of 4 side by side. Boel edges out in front, but I believe Fensler again will lead this lap with 10 to go. This cannot keep up here. Somebody is going to have to make some type of move here to get forward. The 9 is the first car really starting to look to make a move. Justice Murphy in that 9, he was looking to that outside.
And you know what? This is what this is what the inside line wants to see is this 52 and the 11. Unless you're not one of those 2. But to get that inside line going, these 2 cars were strong in the first couple stages before wrecks. So if anyone can keep Fensler up there and not let him get clear, it's going to be these 2 guys.
Well, again, fighting back on the bottom with the help of the 11 there of Peyton Presley. These 2 having fantastic runs. And I tell you what, this is good to see. These are 2 drivers who somewhat struggle throughout the majority of the truck season. To see them up front running here in this really the whole entire clash, it's been good to see for those 2 drivers. Maybe the Xfinity car is what they need, and certain drivers suit different cars differently. And I tell you what, the Xfinity to the truck car are very different vehicles.
Oh, absolutely. I'm in a Xfinity league and a truck league, and I'll tell you what, I could not drive the trucks, but those Xfinities, I tend to have much more fun.
Yeah, they definitely take a different style and a different type of driver. And, that's going to be the interesting part to see which drivers blend over to both. Because some people can do that, and some people are more suited to the other style racing. So it's definitely got wild. And right now, with this 13-car breakaway up front here, we got another pack formed back there. Trevor Earhart leading that pack now with Sean Hostetler technically leading that pack. It's about 7 cars back there. They're racing pretty hard. We could get a caution from these bad guys. Don't count that out here with 8 to go. And they definitely need one. So not saying they're going to cause one, but they wouldn't be too unhappy if a yellow was the wave here with 8 to go.
Yeah, if they could stay in line, they should be able to catch this pack, this front pack. So this front pack is exactly that. It's a pack, and it's not very aerodynamic right now, especially when it gets to 5 to go and they're starting to break 3 wide. If that 48 can tuck in line and these guys get going, and there he goes right there, these guys can catch them pretty quick.
Yeah, they really got to get it formed together. I mean, 7 to go here. They have to get going. And once they start getting the draft about 2 seconds back, they're really going to start to fly compared to the rest of the field. And you'll really start to see them pick up time. But if they start to race like this pack up there, they're just going to really not gain anything. So we're going to have to see if they can stay in line, gain the time they need. Because if this 7-car pack can catch the front 13, then we got our 20 race cars up here with really a little portion of this stage to go. And it's going to get very wild when they get there. Because when they get there, the head of steam they're going to have, where do they go? Do they go to the middle or do they go to the top?
Yeah, absolutely. And interested to see if they do get up there. I want to see that 94 go up there and challenge for 15 of the 20 possible points tonight.
That would be some story for sure for Sean Hofstetter. You can see and look at the run. They've made it here. 6 to go. That lap time there last time by 2 seconds quicker than our leader. That just shows you the difference. of that pack, getting the draft back there from them. And now Huffstutler, he's charged up to the outside lane. This getting wild up front. It's looking to get 3 wide as guys are changing lanes back and forth. The 53 jumps down there. 3 wide up there for the 4th position on. Looks like Finsler in the middle up there in that 5 machine trying to fight his way up there. Now it's going to single file back to 2 as the 3 of Jacob Sarovich is your leader.
Yeah, that's. I'm interested to see what happened there. 3 was the second car on the inside line, and the 9 was the second car on the outside line. So they both were able to jump Fencer there, coming from different ways. Oh, we get one getting loose. Was that our leader?
Oh, there's a big one down the back straightaway right now. They're everybody wrecking on the back stretch. No caution yet. We could get it there as a car is in the middle back straightaway. There it is. Caution with 5 to go. Man, oh man. It's going to get even crazier now with multiple drivers getting involved in that. It's going to restack the field back up. And Cody Dorsey, he's going to be the one driver possibly most happy from that on 21st position, about 29 seconds back from that field.
Yeah, he was about to go a lap down. Let's see what happened here because I see our leader get sideways. I wonder if that was just a untimed or mistimed push by the 77 there. And then it just checkups and people running over people just not checking up in time is what the result of that was.
Yeah, it definitely was there. It looks like a little bit of a push gone wrong there for the 77, I believe, to the back bumper of that 52. And he got up into the 3, got him loose, and then that checked out the rest of the field. The 11 goes to the outside of the 77, and right there it causes a chain reaction that really involves multiple cars in that and takes out a few of them. But a few of these guys definitely making it through clean. Sean Huffstutler also one of those drivers making it through clean. He's looking, like we said, to get those 15 bonus points if he can win again here in stage 3 after winning in stage 2. What a drive that would be from last to first here in the final stage, and to sit on poles. I mean, he's driven from the back pretty much in every stage so far tonight.
Yeah, and it's just it's amazing to see because in a let alone a race that it's winner takes all and second gets nothing. Add on that it's Daytona. And you know, there's a lot of anyone who's been in iRacing and been around Daytona, Talladega. There's a lot of luck, and it's about 50-50 with luck and skill. And to take 2, okay, yeah, we can see that happen. But to take 3 of 4, or 2 of 3, and then take 3 of the 5 bonus points, or I guess season points, that is definitely saying something. It'd be a surprise to me to see him, and I'm rooting for him. I want to see it.
It would be fun to see, and I tell you what, heading back here, we'll be back at Daytona next week. I mean, we're going to be here for the next 3 weeks, technically. After that, we're going to head into Daytona Road Course. So these drivers better get used to the Daytona International Speedway. And if Huffstutler can produce here like this in this clash, that bodes well for him headed into next week.
Oh, absolutely. And, just looking at it quickly, I noticed next week is twice as long. So we got 45 total laps today. Next week is 90 laps, 3 stages of, I believe it's 20, 30, and then the final stage is 40. So definitely looking forward to it if we get this type of action.
Oh, it's going to be one blast for sure. Do not miss that here live on Freaky Fast Broadcasting every Wednesday night at 8:30 Eastern. It's going to be a great season. We cannot wait to get it kicked off. I just love these cars. The racing that they produce is preferably my style of racing that I want to watch. I just can't wait for this season. These guys are going to be slipping, sliding around, searching for grip each and every week. Like we said, don't miss out. It's really going to be a good time here on Wednesday nights.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait until, love Daytona. I've told Robert before when I've had interviews with them, I'm a huge super speedway guy, but I can't wait to get to know these guys more, watch them at the 1.5 miles, the short tracks, the road courses, and can't wait to get to the meat of the season where we're really getting storylines going, and some guys like Fensler winning half the races. We'll see if he can continue his luck. If someone who had bad luck last season in the trucks can really turn it around here in the Xfinity cars.
Yeah, turning around from that truck season will be important. I mean, I think you'll see guys do different things from that truck season. I think that's going to be the most interesting thing. I mean, you talked about it yourself there, Ryan. You know, you felt more comfortable in the Xfinity car than a truck. I mean, it just suited you more. I think we're going to see that with a few guys, and it's going to be fun to watch that. That's one of the aspects I like to see is just different stuff from different drivers. And man, as we head here down the back straightaway. Okay, that was definitely interesting. We know we had 1 to green there. We got extended here by another lap, but we were single file up to that point. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was interested. I was about to bring that up too. I saw the lights out. I thought it was 1 to go, but I saw them stick in single file. I was confused. But it looks like the lights are back on the pace car.
Yeah, and that may have been it looks like probably an error there. So it looks like they got that changed up. It should change over to double file restarts here as we take the 1 to green. So we'll add on an extra lap here at Daytona at 80 mile an hour around this beautiful 2.5 mile track here on iRacing.com. Make sure if you haven't checked out iRacing.com and you're tuning in here tonight, don't know anything about it, go check it out. I mean, they got a lot of stuff on there where you can get your monthly membership and not even have to purchase any content. They have free content out there that you can race on and get your feet wet and see if you want to step into the sim racing world. I can tell you, it's a great place to be at, and I'm sure a lot of people out there will enjoy it. So make sure you go out there and check iRacing.com out, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And just touching on what you said and touching on this actually previous caution, drivers more familiar with the trucks, that a regular bump that resulted that caution initially in the leaders there, it's all about being in sync and timing up. And if you're not square when you come off the corner, he wants to get to that bumper as soon as that straightaway starts and start shoving them to get that run and keep that outside line on top and not get a run. And in the trucks, you can be a little more forceful at these speedways. You can hit them pretty hard. And in these cars, just one subtle miss and you'll see someone go sideways down the backstretch. Heck of a save, but caused a train reaction, and maybe that's a little different. Some of these guys, you know, used to pushing in the trucks, with last season being the truck series, and this season it's a little different.
And it is. Looks like we're about to go back green flag racing. I know they changed the restarts to double file, but I believe there is something keeping these drivers from going double file here with the iRacing server here. So we'll see what happens here as we get a classic single file restart here with Jacob Sekrovich out front here. And that 3 machine, David Boyle in the 52 behind him, Justice Murphy in the 9, Grant Thrope in 4th, and Jason Finsler, your last season champion, in 5th. Pace car is in this time. Sekrovich will lead us to green. As there it is, the green flag is out, and we're away. Single file restart here, 5 to go. Can the 3 hold them off? Does the 52 have it? Here comes the 9 of Justice Murphy. He has the run, but look at this. Jason Fields jumps outside with the 52 of David Boyle. Does he have the push as he looks to go forward?
Yeah, that 3 car is really going to, you see him right now. He got way too far out front there on that restart. Now everyone's going to start checking up here. I thought that 5 might go around the 52 there, but we're stuck behind them. And, well, we're getting underneath the rear end now.
Oh, man, with 4 to go, it's heating up here. There's multiple drivers. Steven Light in the 61. He's driving through the middle. Multiple cars hitting. I mean, this is calamity here. And they're wrecking in the back here, as I believe that should bring the caution. I know it has not, again, brought the yellow out, so he will stay green here. As these drivers have a major instance. Dylan Waltzman there, just not his night. Same with Christopher Heights. But with 3 to go, Jacob Sekrovich out front with the help of Justice Murphy. What does he have? He's already got 1 solid bump to the rear that's almost sent him around. This could get pretty hairy here. His fins are all over the back bumper of the 52 of David Boyle as we come out of 2. Who's going to have the run? Again, another bump to the rear of the 3. It sends him on the racetrack. Here comes Huffsteller to the outside of Justice Murphy. He gets to the outside. Can he do it?
And here he comes. Wow. Yeah, he went through the middle. I thought he was going to get hung out, but he was able to stick it up there in front of the 52, and now he's got 2 great cars behind him. This is going to get interesting, but that 9 car is doing a heck of a job staying to that 3.
What a night it's been for Huffstetler on pole. Win stage number 2. Can he win stage 3 here? 2 to go. Can we get back to the white flag? That's going to be the question here. Is it's stacked up here, double file. Who's going to have the run down the back straight away? The 61 up the track a little bit into the 52 as they come off a 2. The 94 going to have somewhat of a run. Can't open up that middle too much, though, as someone's going to jump there down the back straight away. Dead even. They're wrecking, though. Finsler around. Steven Light around. The 33 around. Multiple cars, and there it is. The yellow is out, bringing out the caution to set us up for a green-white checkered attempt with Sean Huffstetler, I believe, being your leader.
Yeah, it's gonna be either the 3 or the 94. Now it's showing the 3, but I'll tell you what, I was watching that 9 car, and remember earlier the 25 or 61 blew up because he was on the rear bumper too long. I think that 9 car timed it perfectly. We were coming to 3 to go, and he just stuck it to the 3, and I think he was just sticking there until till turn 4 of the final lap. And I was interested to see how that played out, if the 94 had enough help. And now the 94 is up there. I'm curious to see how he can get to the front. I remember he jumped out there on a restart in stage 2 and got to the front and dropped down. Will he do that again?
Oh, man, this is getting wild. We're going to have our only attempt at a green-white checkered here. So if we do get a caution under this green-white checkered attempt, the race is official. Man, can Jacob hold him off out here in the 3? He's done a good job so far. He's got a few large hits from that 9 that sent him pretty sideways down the back straightaway. He's been able to hold on. But Huffstetler, he's been there all night trying to pull this off. He's just been the fastest car outright. I mean, fastest in qualifying. Won stage 2, now up here in position possibly to win stage 3. If he can get the 15 bonus points, this is going to be somewhat of a perfect night. Even though not getting the 20, I would call it still a perfect night.
Absolutely. You know, the first stage, they weren't really they weren't that aggressive until 5 to go. So he coming from the back, he really only had about 5 laps to go from the rear to the front, and he figured it out for stage 2, and definitely has it figured out here for stage 3.
Well, looks like everybody getting lined back up. It'll be interesting to see if we go single file again here. Pace car lights are still in, so we'll have to find out about that again next time by. But if they go single file, it definitely sets up for an interesting restart because guys are going to make the move to get to which lane they want pretty early, and you're going to see guys jumping around. So I'm going to be interested to see if that happens. I mean, we're going to have to wait, but man, if it's single file, the 3 can't get too big of a lead. He got a little bit of too big of a lead that last time by, but there was a car on the outside of the second place car not allowing him to jump out there as they caught the 3. So it kind of didn't work out for him. But, man, if he gets that big a lead again, it could not be good for the 3.
Yeah, and those are all great points because that was what was going through my head is that 3 cannot, because he cannot get out there like he did this time. He's going to have to watch that mirror and keep the bumper of the 9 glued to him, and at the same time not allow that 94 to get a run and get around him and drop down below. I'm interested. Who is that? The 21 that's the lead car at the moment?
Yes, he is the car out front right now. It seems like he's on the tail end of the lead lap. So he should possibly get waved here unless it sends him dropping backwards, which will send him a lap down. But it's interesting with the way it doesn't count these laps. Some of these interesting scorings can go on, but he should either get the wave around. We'll have to see. I mean, it's definitely interesting. If the pace car lights kick off this time, we'll see if he goes around.
Yeah, and more importantly, I'm interested to see if it's a double file or a single file. And we got the looks like, is that the 61 of Light sitting there about fifth or 6th place? Yeah, and as they go double file right there. All right, we had that 25 or 61, excuse me, having one heck of a run at the end of stage 2, and if it wasn't for a couple roadblocks in his way, he had that win. So interested to see if he can do it again in these last 2 laps.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch here is it looks like it will be single file. So the pace car lights are out. We're gonna go single file, and this I think this makes it even scarier for the 3 because guys are gonna if they set him up and let him just take off, he's a sitting duck.
Oh, absolutely, and no one's gonna play nice now. If you're in the way, they're gonna put the nose to you and try to get you to get going, or they're gonna go around you and you're gonna be stuck in the middle or wherever there's a lack of help if you're not up to pace in time. So we'll see what happens. Part of me has a funny feeling we're not gonna see that white flag.
Yeah, it's I'd say it's a good percentage of a chance that we will never see that white flag. But I tell you what, the 3, he's wanting to see it as soon as possible. He wants to see any flag technically at this point, and hopefully the checkered flag first. But man, oh man, here we go, getting ready to bring him down to the restart zone. This is the most important time of the race, stage 3 here. Who's going to get the 5 bonus points? Can Huffstutler win the pole, win stage 2 and 3 to get the 15? Or does he just settle for 10? They're coming to the restart zone. What a check up there. Oh, man. The 3 really slowing them up here as they go into the restart zone, trying not to get too big of a lead. Pace car is in. We're going to be looking for a green flag is out. We'll see here. What does Huffstutler do? He's all over the back bumper. He immediately jumps to the outside. Where's his help going to be? The 9 is going to get to the 3. This is going to help the 3 and the 9 as they're locked bumpers. Huffstutler pulls even down in the 1. He needs help, but the outside line is forming with numbers.
Oh, absolutely. And you got that 25 there. He's going to have no choice but to stay to that inside line and help the 9 and the 3. These guys in 3rd and 4th in line, they're not going to be satisfied there very much longer with a lap and a half to go here.
And look at this, down the back straight with Huffstutler clears. Does he pull low? He does, down low here, entering 3 and 4. They're wrecking behind him. The caution should come out. That is going to be the
there
race
it is.
over. And Huffstutler, he's going to bring home 15 points after winning stage 2 and 3 and sitting on the pole here tonight. What a night for Sean Huffstutler.
Yeah, that's a big jump in the points. 15 points going to him. He had 5 going to Earhart, I believe. And those 2 guys are going to be your point leaders before the season even begins.
That's something. Start off the season before the season and have a points lead. That's got to be a great feeling here as we will see how this separates itself. Now we're getting the question from the producer about the points here, and I believe this is championship points, so this means points for your regular season championship. So starting off, Huffstutler should have 15 points in his bank, and then Earhart winning stage 1 should have the other 5 for the 20 that were up for grabs tonight. I believe that's how I'm reading it correctly. If any corrections out there, Justin Stoner will make sure to let us know. And man, what a crazy finish. Sean Huffstutler's got to be ecstatic. He should be coming here this time, as they should have took the white flag last time by. As actually, this will be interesting because caution laps don't count. We'll see.
You know what? That is a great point. I was just wondering that, on top of wondering why the 3's in the front right now. Because I'm pretty sure the 94 cleared him and was leading that.
It goes based off the last lap.
Is that? I was about to ask. Is that what it is?
They never got back to the start finish line, so it didn't count the lap. And oh man, that's an interesting call for me because the ruling is here too. Also in our broadcast notes, that is the scoring is set each time the drivers cross the start finish line. If anything, Huffstutler should be the winner. I mean, he crossed the start finish line as the first place car after the caution came out. I don't know how they're going to make this call here, but the 3 is out front.
Now here's another question. So yeah, they got that caution with 3 to go. That's not necessarily, since caution laps aren't counting, that's not necessarily causing a green-white checker because there's still 3 to go. So that could just have been a normal iRacing, coming to the line, 2 to go, and now this will be their one chance at a green-white checker. We might have miscalculated that.
Yeah, this is definitely interesting, and right now we're just under yellow. There is no GWC where we had the green white checkered 1 of 1 there for the last restart, so you figured that would be the only one. I mean, we could be pacing here all night if anything. we're in caution purgatory right now.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe they it's set up as there's only one green white checkered, but with caution laps not counting, hey, maybe there's never going to be a green white checker.
That is a good question. We'll see here if they cross the start finish line. It's still yellow. Yeah. Well, no, the pace car lights have shut off. I think we're getting a restart. I I don't know how this is working, but we're gonna have a restart after having one green white checker already.
And now here's another interesting. You got the 9 car that's supposed to be pushed. Oh well, it's single file, so it's really going to be the 9 car is going to be holding up the field. I know he wasn't. I don't think he's been involved in a wreck yet in this stage, so he was in a tough spot. Was he going to lose that track position to get it repaired, or? Yeah, he really doesn't have a chance to win this with that front end like that. So he almost had to go get that fast repair, but he's staying up there. Maybe he's got a teammate up there that he wants to block for.
And I just figured this out in my mind. So we're technically still under green white, our first green white checkered attempt. The caution came out on the first lap, so we never got the white flag. So the lap never changed. So now we should start the race and then come back to another green white checker. So or white flag. So it's definitely interesting. I mean, if we get another caution straight off the start, it'll continue on like this. So.
Yep,
we'll see how these drivers play it out.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was thinking too, because green white checkered, if they're gonna reset the lineup every caution to the previous lap, well, if we never get the white flag, that caution is gonna keep resetting it. If we get that white flag, they're racing to the checkers.
Yeah, we have to get a white flag here. That's what we need. Is the pace car pulls in, the 3 ejected Servich will take off. And there it is, green flag back out and away. And I believe we should take the white flag next time because, they're wrecking behind. And I'm not sure if that's going to bring a caution out. It looks like caution's not out. Here comes the run from Hustler. Is the 3 is sitting duck. Look at the 9 with no front end just digging right now. But Hustler's going to have the help of a clean race car. What is this going to do?
Oh, yep, that's what I'm seeing too. Final lap. And you know what's interesting is I saw in that restart, Hufstadler, he laid back a little bit, and that's exactly what we were talking about, laying back, letting the 3 get out there too far. And that's exactly how he got that run, was able to get around him with minimal help.
Well, our scoring is showing white flag. We're not seeing a white flag yet here in the iRacing. We'll see this time here as they cross the start-finish line. We're showing checker flag on our scoring. As I believe that, the fireworks are firing. Yeah, Hufsteller, he does it. That is the checkered flag. I believe is there's someone going up the speed.
Yeah, it's hard to. No, yeah, there they go. He's not gonna let him just have it. Yep, there's the fireworks on the backstretch, and they're all beating and banging.
Oh man, what a crazy way to do it! But we rewarded him the 15 points, and he went out and did it again for us. So luckily, he didn't jinx him there. I was worried about that one. Oh, look, he's gonna stop by the fireworks here for us. That's a great stop. Man, oh man! Congrats to Sean Hustler though. 15 bonus points here in the bag as he'll bring this thing around. We'll see if he does any type of celebration here. Looks like he'll bring it to a stop here. I don't know if he'll be doing any celebrating at 94. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break here as we get our 2 winners from tonight of Sean Hufstetler and Trevor Earhart up here in the booth to have a quick chat with those 2 drivers. All right, we're back here, everybody, for our post-race interviews for tonight's Daytona Clash here at the Underdog Racing League. We got our two winners tonight of bonus points down here to talk to us. First up, we'll talk to our Stage 1 winner, Trevor Earhart, with one of the best finishes, I would say, of the year here at Freaky Files Backcasting with that 6,000th of a second win there in Stage 1. What a wild start. Let's hear from him about this clash. Hey, Trevor, it's Zach up in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, how's it going?
Going pretty good, man. I tell you what, some wild racing out there tonight, man, and take us through that Stage 1 victory. That was one amazing finish. You had me up here screaming, buddy.
Oh, it was really exciting. That was a lot of fun. Really glad that we decided to do that this season. I was gonna push my two teammates up there, Levelin and Parker, but I had a chance to go to the outside, and Maddie gave me a heck of a push off of 4, and it was just a drag race to the line, and we eked it out. And hey, it's a win, and it's not on a road course, so we're off to a good start this season.
Yeah, definitely there, man. You were definitely the king of the road courses, throughout the season there last time, man. And, now heading into this season, we start with Daytona, then we head to Daytona Road. So we're here at Daytona the first 3 weeks. Do you feel like, in a new car, you picked up some good stuff here heading off into the race here next week at Daytona?
I really enjoy the Xfinity car. The invert definitely helped with coming back up through the field. I felt like I did a really good job with that in stage 1 or stage 2 and 3. Just got caught up in the chaos, but I mean, hey, that's all part of this. So I feel good going into next week, and then the week after that's the road course, and I can't say that I'm not excited about going to that. So I'm hoping for a good start to the season.
Yeah, and that's also a big, big talking point this season is the switch from the trucks to the Xfinity car. I mean, what are your thoughts on it, man? And how you feeling going into it? Because it's definitely, a different swing of things.
I enjoy the way the Xfinity car drives. I know a lot of people complain that they're a plow box, but it kind of fits my driving style, I feel like. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think we're gonna have another great season.
Well, man, I definitely cannot wait for the season to kick off next week, especially after a wild race here tonight and some great finishes for you guys out there. It was really fun to call up here in the booth. Before we let you go, though, Trevor, anybody want to send a shout out to, man?
And shout out to you guys. I'm glad to have y'all back for this season. Shout out to everybody in the league. That was a heck of a lot of fun, and I hope we put on a good show for everybody tuning in at home.
Well, I can tell you for sure did that tonight, Trevor, man. You have a great night, and we'll catch you next week at Daytona, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting word that Jacob did win the last race. Interesting. Okay, we're getting word on this. Sorry about that, everybody. So we'll go ahead and then move to Jacob about his or we'll go to Sean. Okay, sorry, everybody. I'm a little bit confused up here. A lot of stuff happening, but we'll go ahead to the 94 Sean Huffsteller. Hey, Sean, it's Zach up in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. I tell you what, man, we thought maybe you'd come away with the 15 bonus points here tonight, but it looks like it's going to end up being the 10, man. But I tell you what, nonetheless, that's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, feels real good to start the year off like that. So, yeah, looking forward to driving these Xfinity cars.
Yeah, that was the one big thing I talked to Trevor. The change from the truck to the Xfinity car here. What's your feelings going into this season? You feel like this is going to suit you better, or is it going to be a little bit of growing pains?
No, I really like these cars. I like the way they drive. You have to handle them a little more than the trucks. So I'm looking forward to this year. Should be a lot more competitive season for me.
Well, that is definitely very good sounding for yourself, man. There in that 94, it's gonna be fun to watch this season. You look really, really strong and fast tonight. It seems like anywhere you put the 94, it just went tonight and had the speed, man. Set on that pole position to get the 5 extra bonus points with the stage 2 victory to give you 10. I mean, do you feel like you learned some good things heading into that race heading up here next week?
Yeah, I think mostly just learned who I can race with and how to drive around certain guys that are new to the league. Learned a lot about that, so that'll help out during the race. next week it's just half of it's going to be luck, missing the big one. So it'll be fun.
That it will be, Sean. Man, I tell you what, congrats on the 10 bonus points tonight here. It was fun to watch you out there battling each and every stage, man. Before we let you go, though, anybody wants to shout to?
Hey, shout out to you guys. You guys do an awesome job at Freaky Fast, announcing the broadcast, and then also all the admin and the Underdog Racing League for all the work they do behind the scenes. I really appreciate it, man.
Well, Sean, we appreciate you guys out on track. You guys put on the product that we can have a great time calling, man. So I love it out here. So thank you very much, Sean. You have a great night, and we'll catch you next week back here at Daytona, man.
Yep, you too. Thanks.
All right. That was your 10 points winner tonight of Sean Hufstetler. So I guess you can say two-time winner tonight, and that's a little bit interesting to say. As we got a bunch of winners to interview here tonight. Is we miscalled it there. It seems like Jacob Setrovich won the final stage there, so he'll get 5 bonus points to go along with his name there in the 3. Let's hear from him about this great stage win. Hey, Jacob and Zach in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, how's it going, man?
Going pretty good, man. I tell you what, we got a little confused up here in the booth with the timing and scoring there. We thought Hufstetler might have pulled it off, but we got word that you did it, man. Congrats on getting the 5 extra bonus points. Take us through those final moments of that race, because you definitely had the lead there for a while in the closing moments, and it got a little hairy there a couple times down the back straightaway with some heavy pushes from the 9.
Yeah, that's my boy Justice there on Team BD Motorsports there. So he was giving me everything he had and really getting me where I needed to go, but it definitely got a little dicey there, and the outside line had more, but we kind of got saved by caution, but, win's a win.
That it definitely is. Head back here to Daytona next week. You feel like you picked up anything that you can carry into that race? I mean, we know Daytona is Daytona, but sometimes you find those little tricks that can help you out. Anything you found out there tonight here at the Daytona International Speedway?
Yeah, I'd say so. That was actually my first official, I guess, broadcaster race in the league. So, nothing like a win on the first night. But yeah, I think I definitely picked up some things, and just gonna try to work with my team there and see if we can try to go 1, 2, 3.
Well, that would be a great way to start the season for you guys, man. We'll have to see how it plays out next week at Daytona. Already 5 bonus points to your name to start off the season. That is great to see. And before we let you go, Jacob, just so I know for sure, can you pronounce your last name for us so I never mess it up probably again?
I knew that was coming. Yeah, it's Cirkovich, just how it's spelled.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I was worried I was butchering it, man, but good to see that I was, man. So congrats on the 5 bonus points, Jacob. Before we let you out of here, man, anybody wants to shout to?
Oh, man, just my team, BD Motorsports, and Justice and Peyton. They're the whole reason I'm in here, so hopefully we can do some work this season and get up front.
It'll be fun to see, man. Congrats on getting the 5 bonus points here tonight, and it'll be fun to watch you this season. We'll catch you next week at Daytona, though, Jacob. You have a great night. All right, everybody. That was Jacob. What a great winner for him. I just did not, sorry about, getting hyped up for us, Stutler there, getting the 15 bonus points, but just with the timing and screwing there a little bit off for us there. So congrats to Jacob Sekrovich there in getting that stage victory to 5 bonus for him. So 10 for Sean Hufstetler. Jacob Sekrovich will take home 5. And then the other 5 will go to Trevor Earhart in the 25 machine after a wild night here at the Underdog Racing League at the Daytona International Speedway. Ryan, do you have any final thoughts here tonight for this great start to the season here in this Xfinity car?
What a fun and wild start. And good to know that we had it called right in the first place, and iRacing messed up. It's a good feeling when you can beat the system. But yeah, we got it called right at the end, and now it makes all more sense and less confusion. But congrats to the 3 car for getting those last 5 points. Hufstetler, a solid start, and I'm excited to see where this takes him. He's saying he's more excited in the Xfinity car, so can't wait. I cannot wait to be with you guys the rest of the season, watching this whole season unfold.
That it will be very fun, Ryan. Thank you again for joining us up here in the booth, man. It's been a pleasure tonight to call the action alongside you. You did a fantastic job, I must say, man. And before we head send it up to our producer, Robert Moore Jr., to close out tonight, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in here to Freaky Fast Broadcasting. You're a giant family out there, and we couldn't do it without all you viewers out there sending your love and support. So thank you, everybody out there. Let's send it up to our producer, though, to close out tonight's broadcast.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. What a great race! Man, this was fun to watch. Yeah, we got confused on the ending there, but it is what it is. We've like Ryan said, we called it right. We know what we're doing up here sometimes, I think. But anyways, what a great season is going to be here with the Underdog Racing League. We want to tell everybody out there and the league, thank you for tuning in, and also to Underdog Racing League and their drivers and admins for letting Freaky Fast Broadcasting come back to Underdog Racing League every Wednesday night. And also thank you to Zach for doing another season here, and also having Ryan his first time up here in the booth at Freaky Fast, and it's going to be a great future for Ryan here at Freaky Fast, we hope. So hopefully everybody enjoyed the commentating, but we will be live again tomorrow, a little later time, with Stars and Stripes, as we will be at Charlotte Motor Speedway with them guys with the Xfinity cars. It's going to be a fun race as we go live at 9:20 with them guys. So make sure you hit that like on this video, and then you also subscribe, and you can also share this to your friends and family on any social media platform that is your favorite. It doesn't matter to us. But until tomorrow night at 9:20, we want to say, everybody, have a great Thursday. Until then, God bless everybody. We love yous all. Peace out.
Have a great night, everybody.